Dark Souls is not the hardest game ever. Really. I mean it. Oh, you wanted proof. I get it. Okay, first off, here's a few games that are actually harder than Dark Souls. Battletoads. I Want to Be the Guy. Super Meat Boy. VVV. God Hand. Ninja Gaiden. And yes, I can go on, and this doesn't even take into account how hard games get when you play them on harder difficulties than normal. Just take a look at Halo on Legendary difficulty and you know what I mean. I don't even think Dark Souls is even in the same tier as the games I listed. It's difficult, yes, but it's not soul-crushingly difficult. Worst of all, the difficulty of Dark Souls is not even the same type of difficulty found in most other difficult games. The game challenges you not to play perfectly for a few seconds, but instead demands okay performance for a dozen minutes. This is what throws people off. You don't have to play great, but you have to not fail to progress. Secondly, every time I see someone do some play of Dark Souls to show off how hard it is, I become less and less convinced Dark Souls is actually a difficult game, and more certain that the people playing simply have not grasped how to play this style of game. To be fair, there are not many games like Dark Souls and Demon Souls. Seriously, what kind of games do we have that share the play of the Souls games? We've got The Legend of Zelda games for the N64 and GameCube. We've got And even the Zelda games are not a perfect comparison, because Dark Souls favors combat-oriented play much more than Zelda's puzzle-solving worlds ever have. What this all means is that there's not too many opportunities to learn the skill sets that Dark Souls challenges until you play Dark Souls, or Demon Souls. When you first play Dark Souls, chances are you've never played a game like it, because there's pretty much no game quite like it, except Demon Souls. You won't be familiar with its control scheme and how to proceed in its hostile environment. This is a game where things will start to click, because once you start to understand how to control your avatar, you're going to suddenly be able to plow through monsters that would have creamed you earlier on, not just because your character leveled up, but because you, the player, learned how to play. Also, the game is designed to put on a big, scary front. Everything in the game is meant to intimidate you, or surprise you, or just mess with you. But the game, mostly, won't kill you outright for not knowing what lies ahead. It will, however, put you in a perilous situation where you will need to play well if you mess up. Example. Let's look at the climb up to the Undead Berg, right after escaping the tutorial area. First off, it's not even the obvious route you should be taking. That alone is a sign that the game is not going to leave you without any particular guidance. But also, it will probably mislead you into going places you honestly shouldn't be going to. Tell me, people who didn't FAQ it, how many of you went first to those higher level skeletons sitting around in that graveyard at the beginning instead of going to the Undead Berg? Yeah, that's what I thought. But hey, those skeletons are killable even for a low level guy. It's kind of hard. But still, it's fairly easy to figure out that you probably should try somewhere else after the first few bludgeons by those boneheads. So you go to the stairs of the Undead Berg and you come across another example of misdirection in Dark Souls design. At the bottom of the stairs there are a couple of flimsy opponents. The first one goes down pretty quickly, but then there's this one dude at the back guarding a glowy thing. Let's say you go towards him.
Wham!
Firebomb from above. But hey, that firebomb didn't hurt that badly, and it seems that the zombie throwing it has some pretty crappy aim. So you climb up the stairs, hopefully with a shield up to ready to block the fire, and start running at the fire dude.
Wham!
His axe-wielding buddy comes up from a corner and tries to cut you. Now you have to deal with two guys at once? What? But you keep your cool and realize that the fire guy isn't really that good at fighting close. Kill him. The axe guy doesn't pose much of a threat once he doesn't have bomb support calling in. You're done. What is the point of all of this misdirection? Well, if you're a standard gamer, you've probably gone through games, at least action-y games like this, in a gung-ho, I'll kill everything manner. At the very start of Lordran, Dark Souls impresses upon you that your first instinct is not the best. Don't go into that open cemetery. Don't run headfirst to that one suspicious character sitting in a corner. What does this have to do with difficulty, you might ask? Well, these misdirections and tricks the game pulls do something other than teach you, hey, don't be stupid! They make the game seem mean. Dark Souls feels like it's out to screw you over. You want to beat it, but you know it's not going to pull its punches. That's what makes Dark Souls seem hard. And don't misunderstand, Dark Souls is hard, but it's not that hard. It wants you to think that it's that hard, and sometimes, like literally a handful of encounters are that hard. But all the other stuff, really? Dark Souls is not that hard. I don't think Dark Souls requires you to be a great gamer. What it requires, really, is for you to be a patient gamer who is willing to read into what the game is trying to impress on you and to learn from the game's environments. You need to be willing not to want to rip right through a game just to be done with it. Because really, Dark Souls is a game that rewards the mastery you have put into it. It took me some 60 hours to beat Dark Souls. People who have mastered Dark Souls environs have beaten this game, legitimately, without skipping any major content, in under 90 minutes. Dark Souls is daunting and somewhat difficult, but the most difficult game ever, like so many have hyperbolized? No, it's not. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to play some I Want to Be the Guy. Alright, I got this. This is real nice. Nice little forest. And, oh. Why? Why?